citizens whose children may be for their service, they are abroad or they are in the other city. So that is the reason many people find some place where they get their desired quality of life and they can spend their life in that way. So once again, we welcome on dais our chairman, Mr. Ravindra Chamaria and Dr. Rishikesh Kumar. And before we proceed for anything, let us see what Jagriti Dham. Please, let's have the AV on Jagriti Dham. Switch off the light, please.
Old age needs a true friend indeed, who is ever ready to hold hands in every need. An assurance that can conquer all worries of loneliness, insecurity, and health. It's time now to open a new chapter of positivity. Let's bring back the hues of joy, compassion, and security back to those lives. Jagriti Dham always feels happy to drench in the colors of cheerfulness with your arrival in our family. We feel overjoyed to welcome you with open arms in our realm of eternal ecstasy, where you can start your day with yoga session amidst green and moments serene, and experience the lovely sight of your near ones dropping into your doorsteps. Give your closed ones a grand reception at the grand lobby of your new home. Ample light and wind here for everyone to refresh and unwind. Well-planned construction with wide corridors, ensuring hassle-free movement for all, always. The AC Lounge has the perfect setting to meet and greet your special guests. Enjoy all your 3 meals with the friendly fellow residents at our spacious dining hall. You can also savor the lovely food at the outdoor dining area, next to the greenery outside. You will love your delightful dish that comes fresh from the organic farming practiced within the premises. Go for a healthy walk at the backside lawn and cherish all your lovely experiences here. We will offer you super conveniences inside your bedroom with a bedside call button in any emergency. Days are sweet as a song from the balcony with greens and glory all along. Rooms are of 2 kinds, normal and special. But an attendant will always be there to give that extra special care. Special rooms have wide and seamless washrooms for the special ones with physical challenges. Every resident will be healthy and steady as our in-house nurses are always ready. Special care for patients' smiles, and every document will be preserved in files. Our spacious lifts will always be at your service to take you places with ease. There will be no lonely evening, as your attendant will always be caring. Enjoy a lovely movie with your co-residents, or to talk to your children who are far inside our well-equipped AV room. There is also a gym of new age to challenge the worries of old age. Find peace in the meditation room and let your spirituality bloom. Jagriti Dham, bringing the happy hues back to your lives. Go for a spa at your leisure and relish those moments of pleasure. A great stock of books in our library will keep your soul busy and merry. Challenge your opponent in the cards room with your card skill at will. Let time fly in company of your fellow residents with some moments high. Memorable get-togethers in the multi-purpose room will let you cherish the lovely essence of community living. Healthy food maintains hygiene as we keep our kitchens neat and clean. See your prayers getting an answer at your second innings of life over here. Old age can never be a burden when you have a trusted one to hold your hand. Trust us when we promise you a life joyful and calm. Here at your very own Jagriti Dham, a gold age home. For any inquiry and admission, call 88200 22022. Email contact@jagritidha.com.
I think you got some idea what it is Jagriti Dham, and obviously the question may come where it is. So you know all about T-visa. It is inside e-visa, but this kind of thing is there. Many people were not knowing. It is very near to IIM Kolkata. So there are multiple locations, but the main thing, once again, I insist that this infrastructure is only for understanding. This is not the thing, because Infinity Group is a pioneer organization in giving commercial spaces to several multinational companies of India, international standard and national standard. So that's a different thing. And they are also having their big construction at Guwahati and Vrindavan. So this is a new thing. It came from a perspective of giving care to the senior citizens and elderly people. From that perception, this concept has been created and Jagriti Dham came into being. And why it is here clubbed with this particular conference, international conference here in ITC Shona, because the scenario of Parkinson's disease and dementia is increasing manifold. And that is why this is not a typical property launch. This is the need of the hour. People are inquiring, they are not knowing, and that is why you have been invited, that if you please ask many questions to Mr. Ravindra Chamaria, it will be great. And before that he speaks, I'll request Dr. Rishikesh Kumar to educate us and to tell something about what is happening around us. Sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let me stand up. I'm Rishikesh Kumar. I'm a neurologist working at INK Institute of Neuroscience in Kolkata. And I can tell you that I spent whole my life, whatever I had till now, in service of Parkinson's disease and dementia. I'm a neurologist, but my main area of service is Parkinson's disease and research is Parkinson's disease and dementia. I'm sure that you all know about Parkinson's disease, but I'll give a small brief so that you understand what it is and why this is needed. This is generally a disease of older age. I won't say 100%, but 90% patients, they are more than 60, 65 or so. And once aging starts, you may have resources, but body doesn't give, body is not with you. In Parkinson's disease, the most important feature is slow walking. Slow walking, slowness in all activity. So suppose I have to pick up phone from here, I'll take half a minute to go there. So you can imagine that whole day is such an ordeal. So this conference we are having here, we are having experts in Parkinson's disease from all over the world, and some experts are in dementia. They are from Brazil, they are from USA, they are from France, they are from whole Asia Oceania section, because this conference is an Asia Oceania conference. This is the first time that is happening in India, and every 2 years it happens in various parts of world, US section, but India is happening for the first time, especially because it is a club with national conference. It's a huge conference. When you go to the whole hall, main hall, you will see that it's full. When you see the patients are here, it's full. So conference in neurology means we go as a doctor, we interact with each other, we have delegates, we speak, we have delegates. But this time it's unique because we thought when doctors are coming, they have so much experience and skill. Why don't interact them with patients? So what we thought that one day parallel will keep for the patients. So you can say that there are 200 patients and caregivers in the hall parlor. They are talking to the doctors. Doctors are giving lectures and they are having questions also. So this is very unique for this conference. This never happens in big neurology conference or any medical conference, right? At the same time, what you see that they need help. They need help of medication. They need help of some surgery. But I won't talk about that because that is what's happening in that hall. They need help in decent living because they need a space where everything is being taken care of. There is space which is safe for their life because the house, suppose think of a house in northern Calcutta which has no lift, which has wonderful house but high stairs. So it's not good for them. So we need a space which is created with them in the mind. We also have to keep in mind that they are special. Don't expect that what is normalcy, what our normalcy is, that can follow that. Sometimes they may be angry, sometimes they may have memory problem, sometimes they may have drooling, sometimes they may have difficulty in swallowing. So in normal old age homes or normal senior city home, they are almost outcast, but because this guy is shaky, this guy has drooling, this guy has problem. So we need some space where they get dignity, they get respect. And this is the unmet need area where Jagriti Dham comes and fills in. So once again, thank you for being here, and thank you, Mr. Chamaria, for thinking about that. And I'm sure that a lot of good things will come through this, and maybe more centers like this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Rishikesh Kumar, for educating us nicely with such brief content. It's a vast subject, and personally, I have been going to Institute of Neuroscience since the first week when it was not, yes. So it was most probably 2006 and 7. So I have a long association with the Institute of Neuroscience, and I have seen how it is growing, and Ram Gopal Chamaria Center on the top, that is all about INK, but here it is all Jagriti. And now the floor is open for the journalists to ask about why, when, where, all these things. So before that, I will request Mr. Rabindra Chamaria ji to, sir, please say something so that they know more about and they have questions they ask you.
No, before that, I would request if you have any question with Dr. Rishikesh Kumar, that will be better.
Okay, sure. So I will thank you for reminding, sir. So please ask, because he is not generally available in this kind of audience. And one thing, I'm not embarrassing you, sir, only if you call Institute of Neuroscience, ask for his appointment 7 months. Okay, that is a hard reality, if not 8 months. So he is the person, please ask questions about after his speech. So already the speech is over, you can ask. Shuman, you can start.
Very good afternoon, sir. First of all, it is really pleasure that Kolkata is getting a support like this system. Medical assistance from your Pioneer Institute is already available. But when the case is not so severe and people can take care themselves in house itself, so this kind of facility is going to be good one. But my question to you, sir, how a person will judge or the family will judge that they are in trouble with Parkinson's or Parkinson's is arriving in at their doorstep?
So in next 1 minute, I will make you Parkinson's doctor. So what a Parkinson's is very classy. Where you see and you diagnose the patient. And I keep on teaching people that don't wait for the doctor to diagnose yourself and then bring to the doctor. So if you remember 4 points, you know Parkinson's disease. Point number 1 is slowness. Means you find that your brother, your uncle, whoever is there. Suppose they're taking the glass like this. Parkinson's, they will go like this slowly. Because of this slowness, they will take more time to do day-to-day activities. So you ask them to taratari ready on, they won't have that won't happen. They will take their own sweet time. But if you want to be a little more objective, now I told you a symptom, more objective, a doctor, ask the person to do this, tap, 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 right? In Parkinson's patient, they start good, but they become slow, right? So this is a very good test we do, all the experts do. They ask the patient to do this, tap, 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 10, 20, 10, 20 times, and will find Parkinson's there. Because Parkinson's patient, they become slow. So that's number one. Second, tremor, shaking. But don't get confused, tremor is there very common. Out of 10% of my age, of your age, they will have tremor. That doesn't mean everybody has Parkinson's disease. But Parkinson's tremor is very typical. Parkinson's tremor is sitting and shaking. In other tremor, they have action tremor. They hold something, then they shake, right? Normal tremor. Parkinson's is sitting, shaking. So I talked about slowness, tremor, and stiffness. Body becomes very rigid. So when you hold the hand and do this, it becomes very rigid. And finally, walking like a baby. Means walking, when you see Parkinson's patient, they stand up, they shuffle the ground, they stoop forward. And that is, in one sight, you will know that this is Parkinson's disease, right? In fact, this may look dramatic, but I like to show you how Parkinson's walks. They'll stand up, they won't stay erect, they'll little stoop forward, and they'll walk like this. So this is Parkinson's disease. The hand, they don't swing, they keep the hand like this. So this is typical Parkinson's disease. So if you have 4 features or any 1 or 2 features, you know that Parkinson's disease, and bring the patient to your family or a friend to the doctor, and you'll find it.
Thank you, sir. It was really enlightening. So my next question would be, is Parkinson's completely curable, or it can be addressed at a level where they can deal with their daily life, at least with some betterment?
Yeah. So this is a good question. And as Indians, when we go to the doctor, we like to have cure for everything, right? And that's why this question coming from you. Parkinson's is a nerve degeneration. It's not curable in one line. It's not curable at all. But with medication, if you don't give medication, patient will slowly become bedbound. If you give medication, they can stay working for years and decades altogether. Sometimes 15 years, sometimes 20 years. So it's not curable, but it is controllable, number one. And symptom can improve significantly to the extent that when you give one tablet of 3 rupees tablet, we call it syndopa, levodopa, they walk like normally. After 3 hours, they'll go down again. So it's treatable, but not curable.
Thank you, sir.
Any questions from the floor?
Yes.
So, Dr. Rishikesh, basically generally in the hospitals, when an elder or a person suffering from Parkinson, when they go to a hospital, so they are prescribed a certain medication. So does it depends upon the staging of the Parkinson, or it is generally started in a particular dosage, the dopamine?
So one, you told dopamine, which is one medication, and a lot of other medication, but not lot, only 4 or 5. When you see any Parkinson's prescription, you will keep on vacillating between syndopa, medopa, pacitine, things like that. So to answer your question, first of all, Parkinson is when we diagnose, I see the tendency that they get 6 tablets in one go from doctors who are not well versed with this. Our motto is that diagnose Parkinson's, but don't overtreat Parkinson's. Right? When we diagnose, we ask the patient, this because of the Parkinson's disease, what is the problem? He will tell, my problem is only hand tremor. Then fine, no medication, right? But if the problem is affecting their daily activity, if the patient is lawyer and tremor is affecting them, then you have to treat. Patient is farmer, it doesn't affect. We don't have to treat. So it depends upon how the symptom is affecting them, we treat them. And then your question that at stage, yes, the choice of medication depends upon the stage and age also. Some medications are safe at 40 years, but not safe at 70 years, right? So if a patient of 40 years come to me, if you know about the medication, we can give pacitine. But same medication I won't give at the age of 70. We have to give directly levodopa. So stage, it depends. And also, what I see that patient feels that since I started the medication, the disease has started to worsen.
Yeah, that's common.
Yeah, that's common. So what happens? They take medication, they feel good. But when they stop medication, they feel worse than what it was 2 years back. Not because of medication, because the disease has progressed with time, right? And they blame medication because medication was started. It is not medication. Medication will never cause worsening of disease. It's not natural worsening. Medication is trying to give improvement. It's like insulin for diabetes, sugar, right? If you take insulin, that doesn't mean that today you take 10 units, 1 year later you might need 20 units. Not because of insulin, because the disease has progressed.
Yeah, and what is the relevance of timing? Because the timing is very important in the medication. There will be some relevance for that.
Yeah, so you're asking a question which is very close to caregivers. I don't know how much it's important for the breast, but I'll give you one line. The medications are not working for 24 hours. It works for 3 to 4 hours. So we have to give medication when we need more. So nighttime we don't give that much medication. Daytime we give every 4 hours. I'm talking about levodopa. And one quick thing before you finish this thing, that this should not be taken with food. With food, it has to fight with the food to get absorbed. So we keep 1 hour away from the food.
Thank you.
Further questions? Or we can request Mr. Ravindra Chamadia. I think Dr. Kumar, we can.
No, Dr. Kumar is quite busy, but so
Okay.
nice of him to come and join us.
Sir.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. I know you need to attend much bigger things. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Thank you. Namaskar. So you have seen what Jagriti Dham is as far as the physical infrastructure is concerned. We have done little upmarket. We wanted to serve that kind of community. And the whole idea is not exactly what we are offering as a home. Home, of course, we are offering as anybody else's home, maybe better facilities. But as Somajit had said, that the whole idea is that now the time has come for these kind of facilities. It is very much required. Earlier old age home was different. Now what is happening, we all get retired between 58 to 65. Our average age is now around 80. So this 10-15 years is quite critical. The children are away and they also want to look after the parents, but they have their own life. So the whole idea is how can we provide home to them, and also not only the home, but whatever is required by them at this age. Maybe company, maybe like-minded people, maybe pursuing their hobbies. Because even if you pursue your hobbies with your children or your grandchildren, their hobbies are different than yours. So you need somebody at your age stage so that you can freely do. I personally feel that with these kind of facilities, the the longevity goes up. You are very free. You have no issues. Everything is taken care of, and you can pursue your hobbies. You can meet like-minded people, do whatever you like to do. So that's about we thought about it that we should do something like that. It's a resort atmosphere in Ibiza, as you all know, and it's part of that complex. So all the facilities are provided, but also for the mental health, for the caregivers, for physical health, all those facilities will be taken care of, and that's all behind this. If you have any question, I'll be happy to answer.
I think you should have questions, because again the same question coming: why this Jagriti Dham, and what is the USP of this Jagriti Dham? There are people are questioning that we have Amurto and Snehodia in Kolkata. So how Jagriti Dham is different from these other things? I am taking a cue from you because some of you was asking this thing. So that's different things I will ask afterwards. And yes, ma'am, you can ask your question.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Namita Chetri from Eastern Chronicle. So basically, my question is: in today's world, where the children are, running away from their moral duty of taking care of their parents, so what does Jagriti Dham, has to offer, like other from other old age homes? Like what facilities are they offering to the senior citizens who will be living here? First of all, I also like the tagline which is mentioned in their life begins at 60. This is really very nice. But then what more does Jagriti Dham has to offer?
Many of the children who have gone out, not necessarily they have run away, from their responsibilities. Many of them are very much concerned about their parents, so that they are taken care of, but they have problem, they can't come back with their job or whatever business. So many of them are concerned about parents, and we all know that if the parents are alone in their own house, there are a lot of issues. It's not only the just taking care of food or this and that at home, but also the security, safety, medical help, like-minded people to meet, to talk. You know, even if say husband and wife are together, most of them has run out of the topics in talking to each other, and then they need some company, they need friends, which is very difficult in standalone home to coordinate. Here you will have all kind of people, you can meet with them, you can play with them, you can laugh with them. Then the medical help is available, the all time nurses are available. So it's not only the home, which is of course made according to requirement, but also to take care of their mental health, to take care of physical health, to take care of medicine. Everything is there. So that's the unique proposition, and it's a kind of a resort living. If you see, it's in the Vija. Vija is a resort itself. So it's a very much upmarket in that sense, although it is non-profit for us, but still little upmarket. But we want people who are really still they can work from there. They can continue to work from there, like on computers and this and that, and all the facilities are provided. And I will again say that cost of reputation is not only the physical health, but mental health and companionship is more important.
So, what would be the cost of ownership there? Is it a monthly basis or a one-time fees?
No, it is not. We are not selling it. It is monthly basis, and the cost will differ from person to person. It's not very much high. It's around 40-50,000 rupees a month, and that includes everything. But all our details can
Inclusive
be
foods and others?
yeah, everything is included. So basically, it's not very costly, but at the same time, it's not cheap also in that sense. Like
No,
other home, it's
quality
different.
comes with the cost. That's the
Sorry,
different. Quality comes with the
correct,
cost.
correct.
So that's the important thing.
And it's non-profit, so there is no not like that we will be charging anything extra.
So
Also.
you are located near Joka.
When it located in Ibiza Club, if you know,
Yes.
Berlin's Ibiza Club, inside that we have this 2 acre plot.
Any plan to take it across India, pan India?
It will depend. The idea is this is the first pilot project. How it goes, how we need to learn also various things, and then maybe we more open more holes or like that.
So you said that 40 to 50,000, depending on the person to
Correct.
person, it is. So,
And then of course maybe for dementia patient they need 24/7 help or this and that. Those are all extra.
the,
But
that's the
yeah,
extra part, but the basic one 40 to 50,000.
yeah.
Now, if anybody wants to join there, so what is the initial, any other payments they have to
Yeah,
make?
there are some deposits which are refundable. Again, it differs from location to location, time to time. Those details will be available with the sales
And
office.
any minimum commitment time to
No, that's up to them. That's up to them. Basically, we feel that whoever comes will have whole life there, and but they can go in between whenever they want to. And like when we talked about dementia and Parkinson, it's not that it is best for them. It is general home. And most of the people in time to come will get some kind of disease when they are there. Maybe at 60, if not, but by the time they are 65 or 70, they may also develop dementia or Parkinson and this and that. So the idea is be ready for everything. And this is the help, if we can have the medical help and support, better for everybody.
Thank you, sir.